Jude joins us now. Good morning to you, Jude.
Good morning, Catherine. Thank you for this.
Oh, pleasure. So good to have you on the show. Now, how did you first get involved in the sport?
This is back in 2016. I was traveling in a train and I got a surprise phone call from Brendan. He's no more with us. He's just like, Julian, we find you. You are part of Royal Talbot Hospital. We are doing a wheelchair AFL. Are you be interested? I'm like, how does wheelchair AFL works? I seen wheelchair football, wheelchair basketball and stuff. This is the first time AFL coming ahead. I was like a bit surprised. How do we play? We are in wheelchair. Then that's how the interaction came to me. And 2016 I started. Now 2025 I'm still playing. So that's how much I love the game.
You certainly are. Now, for so many people who move to Melbourne, picking an AFL team is really important. Also, joining a local team, it's a great way to settle in. But how did you end up picking the greatest team of all time, Richmond?
Now, because when I came from Sri Lanka, my cousin gave me all the football icons and I'm like, choose one of those teams. And I'm like, I went through all those things. I looked for the tiger, I looked for the lion. I'm like, I was playing around with it and I went, tiger is my game. So I'm like, let's go for the tigers. And that's how I chose the Richmond. And by my luck, when I got a chance to play for wheelchair football in Victorian League, I also been drafted for Tigers as well. So it's like you support Tigers and you play for Tigers. It's like a double win and then I can't be no happy.
Oh, it is the absolute dream. You have chosen very well. There's a rumour that's why you're on the show, not just because you're an All-Australian defender, but because you play for Richmond. Now, for those who haven't seen wheelchair footy, how does it work? What are the rules?
Just for the people who doesn't know wheelchair footy, we can't kick. I was just joking, sorry. Just jokes apart. Wheelchair football is all about hands. So we actually, we've seen a wheelchair. So that's a curiosity everyone's get, like wheelchair football, how does it work? Because football is all about footy, foot and ground. But wheelchair is all about hand pass and underarm. So we play in a basketball court, as you see behind my team members at training. So hand pass becomes the actual kick. So if you hand pass the ball, someone marks it, that becomes a kick, and we underarm it is a play on. So if in case of the actual football, people kicking becomes our hand pass, hand pass becomes our underarm. We have 5 on court, 5 on the other team, 5 on our team. So 2 defenders, 2 forwards and 1 center. And we have a net ball zone. So defenders cannot go into forward, forward can't come into defend. Only forwards can score. 6, we have the goal points, 6 and 1 points on the sides, and then center can go all over the court to do the ball movement. So it's just, when you look at the basketball court, it seems very small and easy to get one into other end, but when you see the actual footage of the football games in YouTubes and all over the website, it does get physical and does get people do get injured, and people do come off the chair, fly, and we do all those Superman, Spider-Man stunts as well. So we get a lot of injuries as well. But because the main reason is we want to make sure we don't lose the essence of the football. We don't want to lose the actual the spirit of this football. So that's how, even though we are sitting down and with the difficulties playing the footy, it becomes more of the spirit rather than the game.
Yeah, and just like wheelchair rugby, like you say, people would be surprised how rough it can actually get. Now, since you started playing, you had a major setback in 2018. You were involved in a major traffic accident. You were bedridden for 6 months, Jude. Were there times during that period that you thought you couldn't play again?
Definitely, because that's the time that right after I got into wheelchair footy in 2016, played for Victoria for 2 years, then started drafted for Richmond for 1 year, and then I was getting into the next year playing for Richmond again, and then just before the national selection, I got hit by a car in Docklands during my work break when I went for a push around the Docklands area. That time I got hit by and broke my both pelvis, hip, my left hand, and then almost 6 broken bones. And then doctors did mention to me no more contact sports, and because I was in a position I was not able to sit like this for a longer period of time, and continuations of pain throughout my lower part of the body. Then I thought, okay, this is going to be one more setbacks for me, but I was making sure that the amount of love I have for the sports, and then one thing I was keep reminding myself that how happy I was in a wheelchair right after being in a bomb blast in Sri Lanka. The time have came back to me, taught me how to live my life in wheelchair. Then again a setback for a bed confined for 6 months. I was telling myself I was really happy being in a wheelchair, playing footy as a main sports. Put me back in a wheelchair again. The time come, and then right after, when I discharged from the hospital, I started training again. I've been drafted, I went for the tryout, and then I got first picked for the St Kilda team for the next draft. Then I came back to Richmond team again. So that setback was massive, but I gave my time for recovery, and then I came back and then still playing. So again, I always say there's no roadblocks, there's always a detour.
Jude, your story is incredible. I did see that footage of you at St Kilda colours on. I have tried to block it out, Jude. I just like to think of you as a Richmond player. You're playing for VIC Metro during the AFL Open. Really quickly, can you win this one?
We definitely have the hope. We want to win it because the last 2 years we did win it, and this year we do have a lot of tough teams. Teams have done their homework, and they have brought up a different team this year. Again, every team is trying to win. I don't want to be overthinking. We are doing by game. We are in the first 4 in the ladders, and we need to keep that leadership.
Yep.
And then tomorrow we have the finals, and we have to take each game as the first game and then try our level best, and we hope and we try to win the game and try to get the gold again 3 times in a row. But that's cross finger. I don't want to jinx anything, but we just have to play our normal game and see how we go and make Victoria proud. Well, and Richmond proud as well.
Yes, we don't want to jinx anyone on News Breakfast. All I'll say is go VIC Metro, go Tigers, and I'm happy I made it through the interview without saying, hey, Jude. Are you impressed?
Yes, hey Jude, I'm impressed. What was that? Hey Jude, don't be sad. Pick a sad song and make it happy.
Oh, love your work. We can't wait to watch you during the AFL Open. Thank you so much, Jude. And James and Bridget, there you have it. Allegations that is absolutely the reason he's on News Breakfast. He's a Richmond player.
Oh, of course. Just a little bit of bias there.
Thank you, James and Bridget. Well, a bomb blast during Sri Lanka's civil war left Jude Anthony with serious spinal injuries, but he hasn't let that life-changing event define him. He is now one of Australia's top AFL wheelchair athletes, and he's among hundreds from across the country in Melbourne right now to compete in this year's AFL Open.